All right, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to the Mind of Nobodies. And today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, starting with manifestation. The New Year's resolution, how it came about, do we ever even live up to it? All that BS. Anyway, and a little bit about love too. You're here with me, Elijah.
Devaney.
Diana.
All right, and Juan's on the ones and twos, like can't forget about the ones, twos, threes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in my bank. All right, and so
Never gets old.
actually, before we actually start talking about our New Year's resolution, because that's going to be next week, we got to have that down packed and living up to it. Juan's actually going to tell us about some of the ingredients to leaving the New Year's and starting the New Year's and living every day. It's called the ingredients of love.
Well, sort of. There is this study that was conducted a while ago by Robert Stenberg. He was in charge of learning about long-term memories and how they work. One of the things that he realized is that one of the memories that sticks with you the longest is your first love. I don't know if you guys remember your first love, your first crush. Like that's one that will stick with you the longest throughout your life. While we got something there?
It doesn't apply to everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it might be a small percentage. I think it was only that person. No, I'm just like-
Where did they do this study?
and what year?
It's been a
Because
while.
in
It's-
1500s, like,
It's been
Times
a while.
are changing.
right?
So one of the things that he decided to do is kind of study relationships. And in relationships, there are many ingredients. There's not like one single story. However, he did find out that there were 3 main ingredients in a loving relationship. 3. Out of
Mhm.
all of the ones that you can have in a relationship, only 3 were throughout there in his studies. And so those are the ones that I kind of want to point out. But before I point them out, do you guys want to take a guess?
Damn, the only three I know is sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients. And then you have to have that mojo once in a while. You have to have that mojo. Because when you have that mojo, sugar, spice, and everything nice, gets to fighting. And then the next thing you know, you calling a ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Like, beat it up.
We don't know what you're talking about.
What? Man, we going at it all around town. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's what the Spice Girls was about. Everything y'all just thought about.
Okay.
No?
I
Everybody
am
confused
so
stuff?
But okay.
confused.
You guys want to take a guess? Ladies?
I can't think.
You can't think
no, of like the single one.
Yeah.
3 ingredients for a happy relationship? Or
A
loving
relationship.
Spice, like he said.
It's going to be communication. Communication's always one of them.
Trust.
Yep, trust.
Okay.
I don't know about trust, just loyalty.
Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you the first one.
All right.
The first one is intimacy.
Right.
That makes sense.
Now, intimacy doesn't mean being intimate, although intimacy can lead to being intimate.
Mm.
But intimacy is just having that, trust, that communication, that good friend on a partner.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right?
bond.
Yep.
Right?
Bond. The
Bond. Exactly.
James Bond.
She's on it. And so that's the first one, intimacy.
I'm
right?
sorry.
Intimacy. The second one is passion.
Passion for fashion.
There you go.
So intimacy, passion.
Yep. Passion is really important because there's nothing more important to you than feeling wanted.
Oh, right.
And who better than want you than your partner?
Is the last one neglect?
Absolutely.
Brings couples together all the time. I've seen it.
The last one, and you guys kind of, I think one of you guys kind of touched on it a little bit, is commitment,
Loyalty.
loyalty.
Dang. I like the word commitment better because it got so much crazy stuff going on.
Well, loyalty, right? It's more maybe following someone blindly.
Yeah.
As for commitment, is
Always choosing.
Through the
exactly.
good, the hard.
Exactly. Like even when things get rough, you're like, well, I remember the good days, so we're gonna get through to this, right?
Wait, so what is commitment? I wanna touch on that a little bit more. Y'all down to touch on what is commitment to y'all?
Absolutely.
Facts. Starting with
Why me?
I'm just saying, like,
Just saying.
all right, so I get loyalty. You can have blind loyalty, or you can just have loyalty. You can also be loyal to a person and still betray them in a way that they feel like is betrayed, and all you're doing is really looking out for them. You know what I mean? Because you feel like you know what's best, and if a friend's being led in the wrong way, you're being loyal to them to an extent, but you're like, hey, you're going down that wrong path, so I'm gonna correct it for you. You know what I mean? Y'all might not be on the same page as me right there, but that was just gangster stuff. I've been watching Raising Kanan, and she just set up her son because he was going out on the wrong path. So she was like,
Okay.
she did some stuff, but it was really to draw him back home, get him in a little bit of trouble, and yeah. Anyway, so nah, because if you didn't see the movie, like I don't want to like, or the series, it was the last series, and I don't want to like spoil it for anybody
And your
because it
camera
just
is
barely
not-
came out.
Your camera's not working.
Dang. Your camera not working. Oh yeah, did you plug up everything?
Everything is plugged in. Your camera just went off.
Oh, it does say waiting for connection. But anyway, we'll go to
What do you think, Diana?
This
What
one.
commitment is?
Well, like I said, just not forgetting that you're want to be with this person through the hard times, like sticking it up, like not just walking away when you get into an argument, and like choosing to love each other, or like keep choosing each other every single day, even after years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same definition.
Same definition. And so those are the three ingredients. Again, those are the three things that he saw on a loving relationship that just kind of stood out to him throughout his study. Obviously, there are other things that can be involved in a relationship, but these are, again, the ones that kept showing up every single time people saw the study. So
What are the other ones?
Agree.
I didn't look
They
into
didn't?
the other ones. No, it's just, I figure it's a short study. I'll just bring it up, see if you guys could agree with those or not agree with them. But
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
commitment. All right, so what are they again?
Intimacy,
Intimacy, commitment,
passion.
and
and
passion.
passion.
Oh, the ladies got
And
it.
passion.
I gotta write this down.
Intimacy,
Let's look back at the
commitment,
podcast and
I
you'll
gotta
get
and
it.
passion. Ooh, passion. What's passion too?
I know what to look for.
What do y'all feel like is passion?
Well, it's something that you can also, like, if in your current relationships, you can kind of sit back and be like, do I have these ingredients? Are they part of this relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I think most people struggle with commitment.
I think people struggle with all three,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth. And that's why I'm like, what is passion too? Because the next thing I'm going to ask y'all is what is intimacy? Because I think people struggle with intimacy too. Because when we get to that one, we'll get to that one. So what is passion to y'all? Also, is this working?
not yet.
Not yet.
Do you say 69?
I
No.
said 60.
Oh, my bad. I thought I heard 69. I was like, wait, what?
We'll go over there real quick.
Sexy times?
I think for a man, it's really important that to feel wanted, to feel desired.
Yeah, I agree.
For a woman too.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're not giving your woman attention, she's gonna leave.
Yeah.
She's gonna go find it somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, but I think most women can handle that, and men, they can just
Oh,
look for it
For a longer time,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes, yes, that is.
But
very-
eventually, they're
Yeah.
gonna leave. Eventually.
No, you're right. I think
I-
both parties do it. It's just the timelines are different.
Mm-hmm.
Men probably are a little much quicker to go and search for it. Women do kind of like write it out a little bit more, but when women do it, like,
We kind of
That's
fall
it.
out of love too, like at the same time.
Yeah.
as we're,
Yeah.
like, waiting, and then men just go and
You're like
cheat and they-
asking and asking. You're like bringing stuff up, and they're not changing.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm just gonna go find it somewhere else.
Yes, definitely.
But. Are you?
Let me help them out. I'll talk with them.
so you might want to
Hold
sit
on,
in
what's
that
going on?
camera then,
Is
No,
your
I'll just
camera
turn the
not
Wi-Fi off.
working?
or do the Wi-Fi off. And so,
Alright.
But what is intimacy then?
so then intimacy. What do you think about that?
Wait, let's talk about passion. Y'all feel like guys or need more passion more? Is that what y'all saying?
It's different. I think.
It's different for
It's
everyone.
different. So what do
But
you
I
think?
feel like a lot of the time guys lack
Passion?
passion. But I think that has more to do with how much they like you.
I think that depends.
I think it's
Okay, so
because
guys
it-
like lack
if a
passion.
guy is not passionate, it's because they settled.
You know, I don't think I've ever met anyone that didn't have passion. A man.
Yeah.
I think they're
guy.
more passionate. I
I
feel like.
think you took out the whole Wi-Fi for everything.
From everything, like
Yeah.
every single one of us.
Yeah.
What
The
happened?
My bad.
Wi-Fi needs to be on. all
Oh,
of them. Here we go. We're
Oh,
back on over
no.
here.
With that,
Ladies
with
are
theirs.
back on. Ladies are back on.
All right.
Yours not yet.
Maybe you need to get it. Maybe it's too far that way. The Wi-Fi is not reaching. I don't
Let
know.
me know. Should I turn the Wi-Fi back on?
The Wi-Fi is on, I think, no?
No, I still turned it off so I could like
Okay.
connect how they are.
I guess because the other cameras are working fine.
All right. Technical difficulties. You know, what are technical difficulties? No, I'm just
You
like,
wanna walk us through that?
right? Okay, I can see all of it. Camera, mics, audio. Okay, so when it comes to, you said guys lack more passion sometimes, but you said none of the guys lack passion at all.
no. She
I
said
think
none of the
they're
guys.
passionate. I think they're
I
very
think they can
passionate.
be passionate
Yeah.
I
and just
don't-
be.
Maybe we just had like horrible experience.
You're
Man,
attracting the
no, you're-
wrong
I'm
men.
attracting
Okay.
the wrong
Men
people.
are passionate.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
and you touched
Oh, yeah,
on
they
it.
are very
You touched on
passionate.
it. We really have to like something. Like, and it's not just men. Women are the same way. You know, if you
Mhm.
like in a
Yeah.
career,
Yes.
but then you realize this is not really what you want to do. Like you fall out of love out of this.
Yeah.
A passion for you to do it. You sometimes are doing it just to do it because you know it's an ends to a mean. But you know everybody has passion. It's just there has to be a wanting to have that passion,
Mhm.
right? Like because if I like a woman, I do everything I can for her to know that I really like her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think women do the same thing.
What kind of men do you? I'm sorry, I'm curious. What kind of men do you usually date?
Usually,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
I kind of was just
do
playing
you have
around
a
with
type?
a lot.
You just try a little bit of everything.
No, I mean I have a physical type, but not like a type of person. Or personality-wise, not really.
They have no personality. No, I'm just
No, a lot of them didn't.
Maybe that's why they're.
A lot of them
passionate.
didn't.
You know, I've been reading this book that's called The Awaken. It's mostly about parenting. However, I learned thanks to this book that when your kids trigger you, it's not because your kid is trying to trigger you. Like they're not doing it because they know that it bothers you.
Mhm.
It actually triggers you because that's an unresolved trauma from your childhood.
I can see that.
Mhm.
I can see that.
And so one of the things that this book teaches is, we gotta look inward to understand myself so I can understand my child. Now that's a tactic that you can also apply in a relationship.
Mhm.
Now, because a relationship with your kids is a relationship,
Yeah.
but that's something that you can also apply on friends, intimate relationships, family, and so something to maybe look into, look inward.
You need that passion, that fire, and a personality.
When I get passionate,
Dang.
Smack them around.
I'll
Smack
Hold
smack
on.
them around just a little bit. No, just kidding.
All right, and so what about intimacy? First of all, what is intimacy to both of y'all? Because I really wanna touch on this, how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you tell us?
Yeah,
Nah,
tell
them
us.
first.
I still. No, go first.
All right, go first.
You haven't gone first.
All right, so the thing is, when it comes to like intimacy, do you feel like you said because it doesn't really have to be physical, right? So I feel like just talking on the phone or letting me play the damn video game and just chilling with me is nice, just to have quality time, intimacy. Listen, we don't have to touch. Oh, I do all this for my man, blah, 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 this and that. No, we don't care about that. We like it, But when it's all said and done, just chilling with you while we play our game sometime, or just chilling with you while we do other stuff is intimacy to us. So a lot of girls, and you know what I'm talking about when they say I do all this for my man. A lot of girls feel like, oh well, I guap 3000, my man, or I got the best such and such. I give it to him anytime. Sometimes we just want to relax. We are guys. We just like weird stuff. Like that's our intimacy. Do you get that or no?
Sort of. I think that as I've grown more or mature, I've learned that also intimacy is having, like I can be playing the video games like you say, but a lot of times it has led to serious conversations too, where my partner feels comfortable bringing up certain things that are important not just to her, but I have to also understand that they're important to her, and I have to understand why that would be important to me as well. And so there's that bonding, like you guys mentioned, but it's through conversation.
Right. I said, do you understand what I was saying? I gave y'all a chance to say what y'all thought was intimacy. I said, did you understand what I was saying about sitting? And that's why, another reason why I was like, hey, y'all go first about y'all intimacy, so y'all can tell me what y'all intimacy is, so I could be like, listen, when it's all said and done, sometimes as guys, we like to just chill. But it doesn't mean that we're not bonding with you guys. Yeah. Even, like, if we're chilling and playing the game, we want y'all around. We want y'all to do stuff, you know what I mean? Like, if we having a conversation, that is intimacy. Just what he said. If we're having a little conversation, we communicating, that's intimacy with what we're saying. But at the same time, like, sometimes we just want to play the video game and have y'all there and not bother us.
Well, I think you're touching on something else, but before I touch on that, I want to hear what you
I
guys.
think that particular situation, it can be important for you in your relationship, but it's not intimacy. What?
Intimacy.
Intimacy.
It's intimidating to you. No, I'm just
I can't say it.
ESL.
it's intimidating
What is it?
to you.
Intimacy.
For him to just sit there, for you to just sit there and watch him play the video game, it's intimidating. That's the word.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not intimidating. Intimacy.
Intimacy.
There you go. You got it.
In my punani.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Dev?
Wait.
She was gonna say something.
Yeah, after she says the
I
word.
think that was that.
You
No,
said
no,
that
hey,
wasn't intimacy.
That was it?
I was just gonna
No, we
comment
want to
on
know
it.
how you feel about intimacy. I want to know how you feel about
To me,
intimacy.
I would have to interact with him, or like good
Yeah.
communication, like you said, bonding. And how can I bond with my partner if he's playing video games? When
And
you play video
ignoring
games,
you.
yeah,
I got you.
You're
I
just
got you.
on to the.
I'll answer that
Your
question after
attention
y'all
is
say
on the
y'all.
screen.
You probably
Do
can't.
y'all want me to answer it now? I know that bothers y'all. All right, so have you seen a couple ever meditate together?
Yeah,
You seen them meditate together?
that is intimacy to me.
Right. That's intimacy to you. The thing is, having a connection is an intimate thing. Meditating can be intimate, even though you guys are not even saying nothing, and you probably are in two different worlds, but y'all doing it together. Go ahead. My bad.
I get it.
I was just gonna answer y'all because y'all was both looking at me like
No.
y'all gonna kill me.
But that's if they're both wanting to do that.
Right.
If you just want to play video games and you want me to watch you play video games, that's not bonding.
That's not bonding.
It's not at all. I feel ignored, like she said.
I need attention.
Yes, we need attention.
I thought last week y'all said y'all need him to have hobbies.
Well, yeah. But you know what? You can play video games on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm around you, I
Uh-huh.
want the attention to be on me.
Yeah.
Not on
He
the
doesn't have to play
fucking
video games all the time. I think
screen.
y'all think that I'm saying he's playing video games all day.
No.
You better find yourself someone that likes to play video games.
Exactly.
I'm not
so,
playing.
So you
Go
can
ahead.
bond. That's
Yeah.
something you can do together.
Uh-huh.
That could be intimate if you guys are
yes.
both doing it
Yeah.
together. But if you're just playing and they're just watching you, that's not intimate.
It's like me
It's
telling
quality
someone,
time.
It's for you.
Yeah.
For
You know
both
what?
of y'all.
Maybe if she likes it, then it can be
Yeah.
quality time for her too. If that's what she likes. But most girls are not just gonna sit there. and
So
be
what's your
okay.
definition of intimacy?
What's my bonding? Like
Just bonding,
self
How do you
taking
bond? How do you
care
bond
of
with your
each
partner?
other.
taking care of each other.
Physically, mentally.
You know what you could do while he's playing the
emotionally.
video game? No,
This
just like
guy. But you know what it is? Like, that's a fair point, right? You want attention. But do you do it right when they come home from a day's work? Or is there a specific time that you know how to come into your partner? Because if I'm walking in, I can
just
tell you.
come
I
into
can
my
tell you
partner.
that I walk in and I'm going straight to play a video game. I'm trying to de-stress. The last thing I want at that time is for you to come and tell me how this bitch at work did X, Y, and Z.
I think that's part of
Intimacy
letting your partner
and
vent to
communication.
you.
yes.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Like doing it right when I just got out of work after a long day of work.
You
And I
leave
get-
your work in your work. Okay, if she wants to come and talk to you, because I wasn't in my past relationship. He would come home and he will talk to me about his stress day at work, and I didn't mind it. I came from work too. I came from doing homework with my son, or like I'm dealing with this stress day too. But you gotta leave that behind too. You gotta be able to listen to your partner when he needs you, when they need you.
When did he tell you about the stress at work? Right when he walked in the door, or at what
I mean,
time?
it would be at different times. It could be even during the day, texting or giving me a call. It's just I don't see how. Like video games, if you come home, if we're living together and you come home and you just go straight to video game, that is gonna stress me out. That's gonna make me mad, and it's not gonna help us.
And I got you. Also, so we used to have like family group chats when I worked with kids, right? And so basically we used to talk about how things should play out, or how things how to have a healthy family relationship, how these kids may come, and all types of stuff, right? So I get what Juan's coming from when he's saying sometimes he needs to do a little detoxing when he walks in the house from the outside world, And I get what you're saying, where it's like if the first thing he does is come in the house and he plays video games, super disrespectful, And I get that, because once you have that bond with whoever you're talking about, even with family, you're gonna come in a certain way. So when I'm talking about playing video games, it's not oh, she calls me up, she's like, babe, can I come over? And the first thing I do is just on the video game. You know what I mean? If I've been chilling for hours, yeah, I'm gonna give her some time. What I'm thinking about when I'm playing a video game is, all right, we've been doing things all day, and you've been doing your own thing, I'm doing my own thing, and the first thing that happens when I put on the video game is, babe, let's do something. It's like, all right,
then you
baby.
better do something.
Yeah, and that's how it is. Now, if I'm in Juan's shoes and I'm coming into a house that I know, the first thing I gotta do is, I had a bad day, and my girl's like, babe, you want to talk about it? Just give me a little bit, and I just gotta clear my head, because whatever's been going on the outside, I don't want to bring it to you and direct it to you. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily have to go play the video game or anything like that, but I do want a few minutes of alone time, and then once I got that outside energy away from me, then that's when we come together and we start talking as a family. And if I feel like talking about it, that's good, because now it's off my chest. If you feel like talking about your day, that's good, because now you get it off your chest. But some people work in a different way, and that's communication against two people.
I think too, like, it depends how the approach is. Because sometimes you walk in, and instead of asking, how was your day at work? You go off on, oh, this happened, this other thing, like you keep adding to. But I've noticed that if I walk in and I get a smile, a little bit of excitement that I'm home, and then I get like a quick, oh, how was your day? Then it disarms me. Because I get your point of saying, yeah, well, because I don't come
Oh, no, it wasn't you. I was hearing like firecrackers, but at the same time, I'm just like, firecrackers sound like shots sometimes, you know what I mean? And when,
that.
we used to bomb shit all the time, so it's like different pops just sound alike sometimes. My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. Well, and so, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it it kind of removes the stress and it reminds me that I'm home and I'm not at work. But it's also how I'm received at home. That again, that's what I'm saying. Like the last thing I want to do if I had a long day at work is come in and just be put more to that. Not that it's not necessary, because there are times where you're like, hey, this happened, it needs to get resolved immediately. But I think that the more, again, you gotta also get the cues, right? Like, oh, I can tell that my man maybe had a long day. I'm gonna give him a minute, and or vice versa. Oh, I can see that my lady walked in. She's a little stressed out.
Yeah, like me, I would tell him, go get in the shower. Like just.
You stink.
Yeah, no, that's a good
relaxing.
energy. Yeah. Water, seeing water, and feeling water is definitely a real one. Yeah, it's a real one for real. So that's definitely. And then after they in the shower for like 5 minutes, you can jump in with them. Intimacy.
Yeah, and then they would get distressed, and then you guys can talk about it.
Right.
Talk about
like,
what happened on your
today
day.
At work while I'm rubbing your back, because that's what we really doing. Like when we in the shower, we bankhead bounce.
Man.
But no. Hey, so you feel like Devaney said she feels like meditation is different because you're paying attention to each other, but that also makes me feel like, all right, you'll go watch a movie. We're not paying attention to each other. We're literally spending quality. Say that word for me. I'll say the words you don't know. You say the words that I don't know, and we'll complete each other. Quality time. Qualala.
I get what you're saying, but again, playing video games. If you're playing with someone that likes to play video games, then that works. But if you are with someone that does not like to play video games, it doesn't work.
Well, and I never really like your response, Diana, how you're like, you kind of see him maybe worked up. Hey, go take a shower.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole different. It's not let's jump into a problem. It's like, hey, go. I think
it's a good approach. It's a good approach. I like the approach.
Smart.
Yeah. Nah, that's what they used to say in the when you would play sports. They'd be like, hey, go take a shower because you got to calm down, and that rinsing of the water calms down. So that's like the best answer ever, Hey, take a shower. I'll take one with you. Bro, go take a shower. I'll be there in a minute, bro. Bro, you're getting me hot right now. Just kidding. Nah,
I just sleep things off.
Facts. Sleep it off? No, you shouldn't sleep. Hey, I was raised you shouldn't sleep anger off because
I disagree with that.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel so much better.
I can't sleep.
Hey,
when it
I've learned that you probably shouldn't go to bed angry at each other, and I tried.
Like I get different situations.
I tried it. It's the worst for me. I'd rather sleep it off, and then the next day, address it. What I've learned to do is that, okay, if I can't talk right now, then give me a few minutes and let's try it again, to try to avoid the go to sleep angry, but it hasn't worked for me.
But we're talking about if you have a conflict, right? What if you come home stressed? I think we all need to learn, like, I'm really good at, like, leaving whatever's stressing me out of my, like, with me, like, right now with my son, like, I'm not going to take it out on him, or, like, I do let go of things now. Like, I've been working on that so much because we got to learn to let go. If you can't fix something right now, why stress out about it?
Great. I agree with that 100%.
So I have a question for y'all that sleeps it off. Because it's cool to sleep it off, but the only reason why I was taught that is because the next day you want to forget about it and say, hey, it's over, it's in the past. You know what I mean? And then you're actually holding onto it. You know what I mean? Some things, it's like, no, that was a little thing. I can sleep it off. But something that was bothering you that much, you're like, oh, I'm just going to sleep it off. Yes, you're getting your time away. You're separating. But in the morning, do you feel like you should talk about it, or you just be like, hey, it's in the past?
For me personally, it depends. It may take longer than just sleeping it off.
Yeah.
Because I'll sleep it off, and it like gets away from the actual anger, but that doesn't mean it doesn't still bother me.
Right.
But for me to talk about something, I have to be ready to talk about it, and that's not gonna be like the next morning. It could be like a day or 2 days.
Yeah.
I think also it depends on the person. I mean, you do have to know your partner.
Yes.
Because again, in my experience, it hasn't been, let's talk before we go to sleep. And again, I've tried it because that's what I heard. You should try that. It's better for the relationship. And so I'm open-minded in that sense. But it has not paid off. And I know if something has bothered me, then I will bring it up. And I'd rather bring it up when I'm fully awake than about the time that I'm about to go to sleep.
I feel that.
That's my point.
All right, well, those was the three, no, I'm just like, 3 blind mice, sugar, spice, and everything nice.
So,
Passion, intimacy, and commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Passion, intimacy, and commitment. So,
All right.
guys, look inward and, ask yourself, do I have this in my relationship?
And
Try
if you
it out.
don't apply it to your relationship,
Do you
try
think it
out.
works on non-relationships, like just going to the club and being like, hey, I got passion, commitment, and intimacy
Commitment for one night.
issues? No, it's like, hey,
Sneaky links is a commitment.
facts.
Because if you have
What?
a side piece,
Oh.
like if you have someone who just randomly hook up, and it's something that happens more than once, so you
Yeah.
kind of know that's a commitment right there. Like,
Yeah.
every 17th it's gonna happen.
That is
think
commitment.
Yeah.
That is commitment.
I don't know.
Damn, that is some commitment right there.
You like that?
The 17th, no matter what's going on.
Yep. 17.
I guess if
Dang.
it works for both of them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but again,
And every
it
other
has
day.
to be a commitment, right?
Right.
You both have to agree to it.
Yes.
It's not just one person.
How passionate can you be if you're only on the 17th? That's crazy. Like, you're doing all kinds of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's crazy.
I
Video
think
games.
There is passion. They mentioned
I
it
didn't get
last
that.
time. They said that it's good for them to, not see their partner constantly. That's
Yeah.
why
There's
at the
I
beginning of
think
a
it's more
relationship.
passionate with someone
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
that you just link up with once in a while.
We
Wait,
worked
you
different.
said you
It's-
feel like it's more passionate when you link up with
It's
somebody once in a while?
Yeah,
It's
adventurous.
it's intense.
it's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. When you meet up with somebody once in a while, it's like, dang girl, dang, I really did miss you. Especially when you forgot the things that she do. It's like, damn, you used to do this for me. I hope you don't do this for nobody else. So I was just like, just kidding.
See? It works.
Facts. Once a month. Couldn't do it. It would hurt my heart.
Yeah.
Let me see her out in the out somewhere with him when I'm like, man, my month is coming up. Dang. Be fucked up for life. Excuse my language.
It seems that we're not big Christmas people here, based on what I gathered earlier. So let's talk about New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah.
This is on. Is it Monday?
It's
Next
on
Monday?
Monday, yeah.
Monday.
The first.
Oh,
yeah. It's on
yeah.
Monday.
And there's a lot of traditions when it comes to New Year's resolutions, to what people do, different
Oh,
cultures,
yes.
and things like that. I will tell you, I have zero traditions.
Zero
I
traditions?
didn't learn any. I learned
You never-
now as an adult, but growing up, I did not. So.
Wait, have you ever tried to kiss whatever you like on New Year's Day?
Nope, never been.
I'm
to
just playing. I know he
or
likes
anything
girls.
like that.
But
What
you
was
never
it?
tried to do that?
Like I haven't done it.
No, I said whatever you like
Yeah, that's
instead
what
of
I'm saying.
saying girls. Yeah.
No,
But
it's all
what about yeah?
Gender fluid.
What are some New Year's traditions that you just either have done, tried to do, or still bringing into your life? Which one of y'all want to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
The 12 grapes. Eating the 12 grapes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I know. Please
Man,
tell
I
me.
can't even remember. It's like you're making like a goal or a wish for every month of the year, and you just eat like a grape.
Like Hanukkah.
I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna gain more money. I'm gonna make
yeah.
more friends. I'm gonna go out. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
and,
that.
And then another one that I've done is like you grab a suitcase and like right at midnight you
that
run around your neighborhood outside
For travel?
For travel.
Oh,
Have
I
you
like
done the
that.
underwear
I
ones?
did that. I did that in 2019, dude. I traveled so much that year.
I like that.
Wow.
I like that.
I'm gonna
You
do
prime
that this
yourself
year
for it,
then.
huh?
Dang, I like that a lot. So when I'm not traveling, I'm gonna let you
You
finish.
the underwear
And
one.
And that's
You
why I
done
do
the
it.
underwear?
Yeah.
The what?
The underwear.
What's the underwear?
Like if depending on like what color underwear you wear is like what your
You get,
year will
yeah.
bring.
Oh, okay.
I
I
think-
always wear black.
Red
I
is-
can't
is
remember.
love.
Black?
Yeah, red.
Yeah,
red
I always
is
wear
like
black.
love.
Like my favorite color.
That's why
Um,
you're single.
Black is power, I think.
Right now I got blue.
Damn, you're a liar.
I don't know. I can't remember what each color symbolizes, but
I think black symbolize.
red I know for sure is love.
Love, right?
Mm.
And I think green is
I
money.
actually wore red last year.
Damn.
I know
so
someone-
yours
Did you
worked.
Yeah.
did you make no? I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I mean, I met my boyfriend this year.
No, I was gonna say, did you wear it throughout the New Year? I mean, throughout the New Year day
Yeah, when
up
are
to
you
the New Year
supposed to
day.
wear it?
They got taken
It's
off
through the night. Like,
on New Year's.
So you know, it's not 11:55. You run to your room, you put it
no,
on.
you just
okay.
wear it the
Yeah.
whole day before.
I don't
and
know.
then-
Dang, that means I'm gonna have to take some.
After.
I don't want to take red underwears with me, but I'm still gonna take some black ones.
I know someone that wore more than one underwear.
What is that?
More one, more
So,
than
like,
one.
all
Not
of-
just
all of
one.
them-
Different
Yeah,
colors.
Different
yeah.
colors. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. So you know if it worked out for them?
I don't know.
Was
this
it
was
you?
a long time
I don't
ago.
think so.
Was
I
it
think
you?
they
No.
their year was
I should
mixed
try
up.
that this year.
Do it.
What?
Do it.
What have you tried? Yeah.
Just the underwear, and I did the grapes when I was little.
Dang, I ain't know
I
nothing
think,
about this.
oh, there's one where you like sit under the table, but I don't know what that one
You
is.
sit under the table,
Yeah.
That's to avoid.
and then you come out the closet.
It's to what?
My bad. Go ahead. It's to avoid what?
No, I can't remember what it's for, but I just know
I
that's
never
one
heard
of
of
the.
Dang, my stuff is simple.
Man, I'm gonna look it up.
All right. You have any more?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm gonna throw out some because mine was you kiss somebody on New Year's and then you'll have a
What
loving
for?
year. So it's a lot of different reasons why you do a New Year's kiss, but it's like someone will always love you throughout that year. You'll always have somebody
so it
with
doesn't
you.
even have to be the person
Okay,
you
so I
kiss.
just need
Nope.
to find someone to kiss me.
Yeah. So
Not a frog. You got
so
a frog.
and
Kiss
Not
a frog?
That frog that turned into a prince.
hey, kiss a frog. I want to see
I
how that
would kiss
works.
the frog, but the frog would not kiss me.
Because it doesn't
I
give
need someone to
consent.
Kiss me.
You know, the frog on frog princess gave consent.
Yeah.
But no, hey, so I learned that when I was real young. A girl was like, "Oh, can I kiss you for New Year's?" And I was
Showing up.
like, why? Well, I was a kid, so I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Because you'll have somebody love you throughout the whole year." Blah blah blah. This and that. And then it went from kissing to somebody wanting to take you home and all this other stuff. And then I don't know. Anyway, so
You know, your story is constantly turning.
I know. I haven't got laid in like years. Anyway, so besides that, there's yes, whatever you're doing on New Year's is what you're gonna do throughout the year. So if you're drinking too much, you're gonna be over drinking. You know, if you're drinking just right, you're gonna be drinking just right. All that, yeah. You want to bring it around people you love. The way you bring in the New Year's is the way you're gonna bring it in. So a lot of people are like the running around with the suitcase. I get that because I like to travel. I like to be like I'm in another country
Have you
on
done
New
that, though?
Year's. I've never.
I know
I didn't
you
know about the.
travel a lot, but-
Yeah. So I didn't know about the running around with the
Try
suitcase,
it.
but it makes so much sense because you're bringing in the New Year's, and the first thing you do is bring in the New Year's. That's another reason why I try not to get too drunk on New Year's because I don't want to be sloppy. Because the rest of the year, I feel like, dang, it's gonna be a sloppy year for me. You know what I mean? I plan for amazing things, and that's the only reason why. As soon as I knew New Year's was coming in, I was like, all right, I have to be in another country. I have to be somewhere that I'm around random people, cause strangers that are trying to party with you are gonna be your biggest fans at the time. You know, sometimes it's gonna be friends that are your biggest fans at the time, but it's not always a guarantee. Strangers are usually like, we're all gonna have fun. We're all gonna turn up. So when you're on a vacation, yeah, like if you ever notice, if you're on a vacation in a resort or just somewhere away from people you know, every single person in that area is trying to turn up.
Yeah.
They're ready to turn up. They're ready to have fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like, hey, I have a weekend off, you can go to a local club or a local place. Everybody's energy might not be the same. Everyone's going through something in that environment,
They're there
and
to
some people
run away from their problem.
yeah, like not everybody, but you can run into the wrong person at home a lot faster than you run into somebody when you're on a vacation in a vacation area. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to like get away and be in a vacation area so everyone's turning up, everyone's having fun. Now, you might find a person that's like, man, I didn't find love tonight, and it's like, sorry for you. You know what I mean? Like go like you also want to go into the New Year's with no expectations but the expectation of
So,
next year
yeah.
is going to be better.
So before we started, Deb was talking about New Year's resolution, and before we get into, because you had quite a few interesting things, do you guys do New Year's resolutions? Not really.
Not
Yeah.
really.
It seems that you do, but
Sometimes, some
it
I
years.
do.
sounds like you don't.
I do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that by normally when they set resolutions, at least 88% of the people fall off
Within
of
the first month.
resolution and at the end
It's-
of the first month.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that's the only reason why I asked, because I know that's a stat out there, right? Where
Mhm.
people, are committed to do something. It's new year, new me, and then
They
3
fall
weeks,
off.
4 weeks later, they're done with that and they forgot, right? And so, but Dev, you had some
Grapes.
stuff that
The grapes.
yeah.
She was talking about the grapes.
Yeah, and I really like what you were talking about earlier. So tell us about how you set up your New Year's resolutions.
I actually look at my astrology for the year first, and that's going to determine if I'm going to set New Year's resolutions or not.
So walk me through that. How does that work?
I honestly just you gotta know your birth time and where you live, and then you gotta know your chart, and then you gotta look at the astrology for the rest of the year, and depending on your Jupiter and your Saturn and all, it's a lot of factors that go
Isn't
into
there
it.
a thing called press that does that or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't
so
know.
You look at that.
But I just look at the astrology, and if it looks like it's gonna be a good year, then I'll set some goals.
Oh, right on. Okay.
And
What
then
if it
my
looks like a
goals
bad
will
year?
my goals will revolve around how my year is gonna go.
Interesting.
Nice.
But
What
yeah.
I
else
like
did
that
you
a
do?
lot.
Yeah, because you mentioned something about vision board as well.
Yeah, and then I'll get I'll set what goals I want to achieve throughout the year, and then I'll go on Pinterest and get pictures, visual aids of what my goals are, and then I'll put it on a board, and I'll put affirmations and
What's an affirmation that you constantly use?
Oh, my favorite. Everything always works out for me. Even if it doesn't work out for me, it's working out for me.
Nice.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been doing that one.
And it works, right?
Yes.
Even when things are going bad, it's still working out in my
Never heard of
favor.
that one.
I do that same thing. I love that one too. And my sister's the first person that ever told me about that one. And actually, my teacher when I was in the 8th grade, because I don't know, but it's because of my birthday. I'm born August, so 88 is infinity. Some people feel like it's infinity. What goes around comes around. Everything works out,
Balance.
And then I'm born in 1988, that is.
Oh.
So I know, old as fuck. No, just
Me
kidding.
too.
No, yeah. So 88, what goes around comes around. Ain't you not? You're not 88.
But
You're not
8 is
Wait,
also
you're not 88?
No, I'm 87.
Oh, get your ass out of here. No, I'm
But
just playing.
8 is also the
You're
number of money.
You're older than us.
Yeah.
See, look,
What did
Yeah.
you say?
8 is also the number of money.
Oh,
So-
hell yeah. You only
Yeah.
got 1 8.
and I got 3 8s. I got 3
No
8s,
wonder
bro.
I'm broke.
3 8s. 3
So-
8s, bro. Just wait, bro. We gonna be rich. Don't worry.
So Dev, what made you start using a vision board?
Man, I can't remember where I saw it. I think my mom used to make them when I was younger. I think she made it a handful of times, and then she kind of just gave up.
So you do it now. Do you see often positive results out of it?
Yeah, when I do a vision board, probably half of the things on there come true.
Nice.
But it also depends on how much work I'm putting in to
Right.
achieve my goals, obviously. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff on my vision board gets crossed off.
Do you
Okay.
run into that situation where you look at your vision board, you're like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing that, and then realign, or
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's something that you're supposed to look at every day to remind you what your goal is.
Yeah.
Because I've never been much of it, but I was doing sales a few years ago, and they talked a lot about that, setting goals and stuff like that. And even when you start off your day, you're supposed to write, sorry, your goals for the day, how much you're gonna sell and stuff like that. And I was really iffy of it, but I started writing it down on my mirror. And so every morning that I will get dressed up, ready for work, I will look at it. And I had 2 major goals. One of them was traveling, and then the other one was making a lot of money. but making a lot of money was so I could travel, right? And so that was my mindset, and so I kept looking at that. Let me tell you something. I'm not making a lot of money, but I started traveling a lot, and I realized it wasn't. I realized that I achieved that goal, but it wasn't how I had it envisioned. Like, I'm gonna make this much money so I can be traveling. I started working at an airline, and working for them, the travel is free, and so I started traveling that way. So I was like, oh, like I felt like I got something good out of it. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but something paid off. And I don't know if it was, again, the priming of constantly seeing, but
No, that's manifestation for you,
well,
though.
the thing about manifestation is that where your attention goes, your energy flows.
Yep.
So anything that you put your attention to is what you're gonna get back.
Yes. I've been manifesting that everybody around me is gonna like never need anything again, you know what I mean? So I've been trying to make moves to make it where pretty much everybody around me, like and I write that stuff down too. Like, write down people's names, everything. Even if they don't think I think about them, most of the time you'll find out later that if it was ever manifested, that came to reality, that look, wrote your damn name down, So Juan, next time you travel, invite me.
okay.
No, I'm just playing. But no, really, that's like, don't just think about it. Say it out loud. Say that it's gonna happen. Nothing ever happens how I think it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing's gonna happen the way you think it should happen, or somebody else says it should happen. But the crazy thing is, it literally happens. Like, and sometimes it's when you least expect it. Everything you've probably ever manifested and said, hey, this is probably gonna happen. It's most likely happened. Probably didn't happen as big as you wanted, or anything like that. But if you really look back at your life, everything has most likely happened. Maybe you was a cop in a video game or something like that.
Right.
But
well,
yeah.
But you know what it is? You don't realize how powerful it is until because you have to have those moments of looking back. You don't want to look at the past, but you also want to look back and see what happened, and then keep moving forward. You mentioned meditation. I don't do a lot of meditation, at least I guess the traditional way, but I sit back a lot and I'm wondering, like, oh snap, like this happened or that happened, or okay, like I can see, again, like the traveling. I didn't think of that. Like, I was traveling, and it wasn't until it just got pointed out to me, like, oh, you've been traveling a lot lately, and it like, it reminded me. I was like, oh snap, yeah, I talked about, I wrote it down, like, I'm gonna travel, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that.
Well, that's the thing about manifestation, is that you can also, that's kind of how you're supposed to do it. You're just supposed to, like, write it down, work towards it, but, like, in a way, forget about it, because it's coming.
Not push
Facts.
it.
I like that.
Yeah, don't force it, because
Yeah.
anything you force, you're gonna reject.
Interesting.
You can't be desperate.
Yeah.
No, and I agree with that. I mean, I just worked, right? Like, I just worked. Like, I know it was there, and I will look at it, but I guess the doors just opens themselves. But I was just working, and I saw this, I saw that, I tried this, I tried that, and it led to that.
It's when you least expect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I like
It
that
was
too.
for sure.
I manifested my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Least
that's
expected.
so cute. When are you gonna bring him?
He came.
True.
He came in, like,
When is he gonna
it's
come over
it's harder
here?
for him to come here because he has a son and his baby mama is
One of those.
one of those, and
That's tough.
will, like, purposely not take
I
the
understand.
kid so that he can't come.
I understand.
Aw.
Yeah.
Stuff. That happens a lot, unfortunately.
Yes,
in this day
yeah,
and age.
definitely.
No, it happens.
It has
It-
happened to me too.
Yeah. It's toxic, and the only person that you're hurting is the child.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Exactly.
hurting your partner. You're not hurting your ex-partner.
No, and
You
you're
are
hurting
hurting
yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
By holding on to something that you just need to, like.
But it's confusing because she has a boyfriend for, like, a year,
it's insane, right?
and I'm
Yeah.
like,
But that's
It be like that still.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, that book that I've been reading, The Awaken, like, it talks a lot about. There's nothing wrong with your child. and maybe there is, but most of the times there isn't. And really, because they're kids.
I feel it. Yeah.
Kids are kids.
Yeah.
They're just being kids, and
They're
they do
learning.
things that you get upset because they did this or they did that. Like she uses an example, the writer. She uses an example that, let's say your kid has a hard time focusing in school. Well, you go to like the parent-teachers conference, right? And the teacher says, oh, well, your son, your daughter is having a hard time focusing on school. What you need to do is you, as the parent, go to therapy or a psychologist and work on focusing. And so it's putting it on the parent, and nowadays it's always the child. Like take your child to a doctor and get him medicated and things like that.
But it's not the child.
Exactly.
Right.
And
It's the
that's her point.
parent.
You
That's
can
the
also
point, it's not
manifest
the
a better child. No, I'm just playing.
No. Your child is a direct reflection of you.
Facts.
Yeah.
So if your child is misbehaving, you
That's
better
how
look
I feel.
inwards. You better look in the mirror because
That's why it's tough. When I hear stories like that, it's really tough just because I'm fortunate enough I get to see my child. But I have a lot of friends around me. I had friends who've been deported to their country of origin because of situations like that. And it's really the most heartbreaking thing I ever seen because it's
it's so
it only hurts the
petty
child.
for no reason.
Facts. I'm working with some friends right now, but I want to say something that like is just not even close to what we're talking about.
Get
Can
it
you
out.
show them your purse?
Get it out.
Can you show them your license plate purse?
My
Your license plate
Like,
purse.
to the camera?
Yeah, just hold it in front of you. What made you get your license plate purse? I just been looking at it for a while, and I'm just like,
I like purses that are different, so I
Unique.
do have more than
That
my
one.
license plate. I have a lot.
I need you to
I
bring
need you
one
to
every
bring one
time.
every
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
I'm
just
trying to
show
see
it
your
for no
purse
reason.
collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I will.
Fact.
Purse today.
I've been looking at it the whole entire time, like that's a whole license plate.
I just got inspired. I'm gonna start
Facts.
getting
Huh?
Girls with hobbies.
Well, dude, when you travel and I mean you get to catch on these little things. Like
Yep.
I've been to New York a few times, and it's like I always want to bring something to remember that. And like
I used to
wow.
collect snow globes.
I collect shot glasses, but one thing I love about traveling is the new culture's energy. I love being around a new culture. I love even American cultures, just different areas of America
Yes.
has it, but when you go outside the country, has a whole different vibe. Like I don't even know, you have got to travel.
Yep.
Staying stagnant in one place keeps your mind closed.
No,
But
and that's a big thing. When I was working at the airline, there was a lot of young guys, young girls there, and I tell them travel. Like
Mhm.
it's free. Like it doesn't matter if it's a different state in the United States. Just go. Like it really is different. Like
Yes.
there's a lot of things that are similar to what you're doing over here, but you will catch on to their way of life. It's a little bit different, and it gets your attention. Like it's, I don't know. I encourage it if you're
Nah, I
able
feel
to
you.
do it.
Also, do you ever, Diana, do you ever feel like you're manifesting stuff, or how do you feel about manifestation?
You know, I just started doing that probably like 4 months ago, I think.
What led you to that?
I don't know. I think I went through a breakup recently, and I was just looking at different motivational videos, and I think it just kind of like came up on my feed, and I was just reading, and I actually got a book. I didn't know I had this book, and I started reading it too. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I just started looking more into it,
What book is it?
and I forgot what it's called.
It's a great book.
What's it about?
Yes. Well, it's about your attitude. I think it's something about attitude, that title. It's how your attitude towards everything. You know, like if you go around the world, you know, just being like
Pointing
whining
fingers.
about the bad things that you have, instead of like
Being
being
grateful.
grateful of the things that you do have. And you're only going to be receiving negative things. You're not going to change. You're not going to move. You just not good things are not gonna be happening to you, you know. So I'm usually a very grateful person, you know, but I just like it kind of opened my mind and started looking into the manifestation, and it helped me. Like I started listening to YouTube videos in the mornings and at night before I go to sleep, but sometimes I forget. And it does help me to be in a better mood, you know, or go to sleep more.
Like frequency videos. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking about when she was saying the thinking bad brings bad. It's the frequency. Like your energy is searching for that negative, and once you're in a negative mood, you're gonna search for it more. You're gonna look for it, and your energy's gonna look for it. But when you're giving yourself good affirmations, what goes around comes around type of vibe. If I'm putting out this, I'm getting it back. Your energy sooner or later starts to only focus on, you know what? I'm gonna always do good, and I'm gonna get good back. So when you have a bad day, it's like, you know what?
Well,
Goes around comes around. I need to start searching that better energy of I need to start doing more, and I need to look inner of why these things are happening to me, and not saying, man, everybody sucks type of thing. You know what I mean?
You know what? You know who knows this, and you don't know that they know this?
Yourself?
Marketers.
Oh.
Marketers. Why?
Marketers. Take your social media. If you're always viewing something in a specific, the algorithm is always going to push that.
Yeah.
So
I don't even have to be watching that. Like, I feel
Say
like I
something.
talk about
You
something.
know-
Yeah, in your mind, you're just thinking and it's just there.
but you know what it is?
They're reading our minds.
It's habitual. When you do something, it's going to lead to the same behavior. And so what happens is they track that. Like, okay, when she does this, it goes to this.
I think also it has a
I see.
mic that
I see.
tracks what you say, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's
Marketing
what I
mind.
In
think.
addition,
Yeah, I
but to what
know.
they're saying,
Sometimes
That happens to me.
I want to say
so what they're
it's
saying
not.
is, no.
No.
But
Let
it does that
let
to
me
me
give
too.
you an example.
It does it to me too. But I think I said something out loud or something like that.
right? No, that happens a lot. When you say something, even other phones will pick it up.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get it. But to their point, they were just thinking it, and it came up. It's because you've done that before, and so they track
Let's
that.
think
But
something
listen,
different.
yeah. Let's know what she about to say though, because I feel that same way that what you're about to say, because I'll be like, how did this know this? When I felt like I was just thinking it and not saying it, but I don't know yet.
Nah, because the other day I got some new sports bras and they didn't come with padding. And I was like, I just thought, I was like, man, I should get like some nipple covers or like some padding. I didn't search it. I just thought it. Literally the next day, I get like a fucking ad for nipple covers.
It's too much going on in the
And I was
world.
like-
Yes.
Where did you get
I
that
agree
package
too.
from?
From Shein.
Okay, so you set that up. It's in the system somewhere where you set up bras.
I guess, yeah,
was
but
the
like I
padding
bought.
supposed to be on the bra?
What?
Was
No,
padding supposed to be in the bra?
I bought like a bunch of things.
There's some that don't have padding.
Yeah, some.
But that's
don't
what I'm
have
saying. Like
padding.
you put it somewhere where again it leads to a follow up.
You put it on your nipples.
No, they're reading our minds.
Yeah, they're reading
reading
our
our minds.
They're reading our
They
minds.
already
I
microchipped
I
us.
don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
There is a
'Cause-
book. It's called the Power of Habit,
Yeah.
and it breaks down exactly what you're saying. They use the story of Target, how Target started this.
Okay, I remember the name of the book. The power of a positive attitude.
Oh,
That's a good title.
I'm gonna go read that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
it's
wait, I
really
don't
good.
read. I'm gonna go listen to
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was gonna say too.
Well, that's what I do. Well,
She's
but I
reading
write
my
it down.
mind.
I write it down. Everything like I listen to, like this book,
Yeah, and then you write it down.
because I'm all for listening and when I'm driving and everything. But I
You can't
feel like I
retain it.
retain more when I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm writing down I'm practically writing the whole book. But I try to take like the most that I
I'm just
can
like,
and write
pause,
Yeah,
write it down.
That's what I do. Like back
We're
and
like,
forth,
wait,
back and
go
forth.
back.
Yep, back and forth.
I didn't get all of it.
But going back to that, like listening to videos. When I started listening to videos like with positive affirmations before I go to sleep, I would just type in my YouTube like before I go to sleep, and it'll just give me a list of positive affirmation videos that I should listen to. And
I
stuff.
listen to subliminals too.
You know, I
Wow.
started listening to those, but then I was thinking maybe I don't
Maybe
know
they
what they're
need-
saying, so they're saying
exactly.
something else. So I stopped listening.
But I
after
don't
that.
know.
I got scared. I don't trust them.
Nice.
It depends.
I never heard of that.
I just listen to anime before I go to sleep.
Good.
What?
Anime talks some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? It really does. What do you mean?
I can't
Why-
say anything because I don't really watch anime.
See,
but
Me
when you
neither.
watch anime, they say some
Like,
real
she
life
was
stuff.
side-eyeing
I know, huh?
like so hard.
Bombastic side eye. No, like for real though. When you watch some animes, like there was like when I was in the military, there was a military anime that came out, and they said some deep stuff where I was just like, I gotta write it down. And as soon as I wrote it down, somebody was like, I know where that's from, and it was like, and they knew the exact anime. They're like, that shit is so true. And it was just grown ass man all commenting on it.
You
Like
know,
that is so true. Hey, soldiers though,
That's probably
soldiers
why
though,
that thing is so
soldiers.
popular because a lot of people can relate to them.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
people
say
in
some
Japan,
real
they
stuff.
live by that.
Even like getting on an anime that's talking about relationships and stuff like that, it'll wake a guy up in a way where it's like, dang, this is why she does that. You know what I mean? Like we're supposed to understand where y'all coming from,
Cartoonists
but we
teach it.
don't. Yeah, like for real.
y'all won't listen until a man tells you.
Bombastic side eye.
On
Is that how you
note-
feel? Is that how you feel?
No, I know so.
Okay.
On that
Bro,
note,
my brother, I'll like tell him something. He's like, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. Literally, okay. I
Give
go
us
to
an
the gym
example.
a lot. I am getting my certification to train people. Anyways, I'm telling my brother things that I'm learning. He's like, no, it's not this. No, it's not that. He saw a video of a guy that said the same exact thing, slightly
Andrew Tate.
different. And he was like, oh, it's like, he told me, he's like, oh, did you see this video? Like, and I was like, I've literally
Like,
been
bruh.
telling you this
No, hold on.
forever.
Listen to this, cause go ahead.
No, I'm done. I was
Oh,
done.
cause she
Bruh.
said slightly different. The slightly part though makes me
But it
feel
was
like
just like different
yeah.
wording.
It's like every day
you
I
gotta
go
say
to
it
the
with
grocery
that British
store.
accent.
Nah, not even that. It's like saying this. It's
Oh,
like saying
what?
this. Every day I go to
Oh,
the
bloody
grocery
hell.
store and just get items for me to be healthier. All right, cool. And then the guy says it'd be like, dude, you have to get protein shakes and you have to. It's like I said the same thing but slightly different.
I can
Listen,
tell
he
you.
really got down to the point real
Let
quick.
me tell you, I figure this, and this is a hack life for all of y'all. It has to be a British accent. Because I talk to people and they don't listen to me because my accent is Mexican.
Okay.
So it doesn't work. British. So work on your British.
We're
What book
going-
you read that dumb shit out?
All right, guys. Well, I mean, I don't know if you got anything else, but we're there.
I mean, I feel like this was cool. I had fun. It's the last real Monday of the year, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, so season 2 will start in about 2 weeks. You know, have good, happy holidays. Love yourself. Go
Before
ahead.
that, people send us your New Year's resolutions. We want
Yeah.
Send us your New Year's superstitions
Yeah.
as
Oh,
well.
super-
Facts, New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions,
Maybe we'll try 'em.
superstitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I
y'all
wanna
like
try
to
one.
do, what goals y'all have, all that. I mean, if y'all made it to the end of this, like we'll cut this out and make it our own little edit, so they can really know to send us their New Year's stuff because I want to hear it. And so starting next season, next month, next year,
Woo! 2024.
you know, we're
Makes me feel
coming.
old.
You know, it makes you feel old.
Well, then I feel
Listen,
older then.
I never really feel old until I have to say my age, you know? And then it's like, dang. I'm
No,
really that
the
age,
only
huh?
time I feel old is not when I say my age. It's when I'm trying to get crunk in the club. See, I said crunk.
The next
Your
day.
your back
When I
starts
get
hurting.
old.
No, hey, so they were like,
The next.
My feet hurt the next
One
day.
They
thing,
were-
I gotta sit.
I'm too
Get
tired.
some
you gotta
water.
sit. I'd be sitting all the time. Did you see how much I was sitting last time?
No, I
Dude,
did not see that.
I made sure I had a chair right next to me. I don't play. I'll be in the middle of the dance
Oh,
floor
I
like.
dance all night long.
I know
But-
I'm getting older when I leave early.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
That's
tired.
good.
I gotta
That's
go
a
to
good one.
sleep.
Yeah.
Nah, so I seen this meme that said, you know who millennials or Generation X is or whatever we are. I don't really keep up with it.
Millennials.
I think millennials.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were like, you know, how to spot a millennium in the club is the people who always dance with their hands up. and then the other meme was an older lady who's probably a millennium, and she was laughing. She's like, we literally was always told to put your hands up. Grab somebody at your fucking or there was like, and then she was like reading the comments. They was like, if we don't put our hands up, how we know the roof is on fire?
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good
Or
one.
it's like
Good one.
they just was saying all the different songs because there's so many different songs that we grew up to that said put your hands up.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I thought about it like, dang, I always put my hands up when I'm in the club and I'm listening to a song.
Well,
It's the dumbest thing.
this has actually been quite a ride, Elijah. This whole thing, this whole experiment, this podcast.
Ah, yeah, dang. Well, season 1, The Mind of Nobodies, and we are about to end. You're here with Elijah.
Devaney.
Diana.
And we got Juan on the 1s and 2s hitting it. So if y'all don't hear any of this audio, let me translate it for you. I don't know sign language. So we're out.
Ooh, that's one of my goals too. I'm trying to
Learn sign language? I know. I want to do
ASL.
some.
ASL, yeah.
I
Yep,
know
ASL.
a little bit of ASL.
I just
Yeah.
know.
I know the
Mm.
I know the basics. Yeah. My boyfriend's son is also deaf. So he's
Aw.
autistic and deaf.
Hey.
So
I was teaching
lot.
my son ASL when he was little. Before he started talking, so he'll go, you know.
milk.
That's what I was doing. But his mom didn't want to do it too. So while I was like doing sign language, he literally would be sipping on his bottle and he'd be doing the exact same thing.
That's
But
cute.
yeah, once
If
his
you know
mom
sign
just
language,
stopped,
you
it was
know.
like hard every time. So I was just like, all right, she wants to be like that. But yeah, hey, we're over here overextending. What's the time right now?
Now we're 6 minutes.
Okay, yeah, let's take it off.
All right, guys.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
He's too old for this.